Hi everyone, welcome back to Newegg TV. My name is Paul, and today I'm going to be doing an overview on this computer case. This is the Fractal Define R3 computer case. The one you're looking at here is the black pearl color. We also have a silver arrow color available. The cases are identical except for the colors. So let's take a quick 360-degree look at the Define R3, and what you're going to notice Fractal has gone for with this particular case is a nice, clean, simple, elegant design. They've also gone for a lot of accommodations for a silent running computer, but they've given you the option to increase the airflow if you so desire. So you'll notice that the case is mostly black. There are some white accents, such as back here on the PCI slots, as well as the fans and the hard drive holders that are inside. But let's start off with a look at the front here. It's got a easy to open front panel cover. It's lightly magnetized, so it will close and stay closed by itself. And looking at the inside here, you can see where they've started out, providing you with a lot of noise dampening solutions. So this is entirely covered with a foam material. It's fitted to the entire inside door of the case, and that will pretty much reduce the noise that you get from the fans right here in the front. And speaking of fans, both of these 120mm fan bays have opening hatches right here, as well as some filters right there. It comes with a pre-installed 120mm fan down here at the bottom, and you got space for another 120 that you can mount right there. Both of these are the fan holders as well as the filters, so you can unbolt them right there if you want to clean those off, or if you want to, for instance, mount another fan right up there. Also, while I'm in here, I might as well point out the reset button is actually recessed right there, so you can't accidentally hit it with the other buttons that are up on top. And for our two 5¼ bays, they have easily removable little latches here that will allow you to remove those panels. And I should also mention that this lower one does come with a dock for a 3.5-inch front panel if you so desire. We'll show you that with the accessories once we come back to it. Let me just pop that back in. Now if you're concerned about space here, because the fans are behind these vents right here, you should not be, because there's plenty of space. There's venting all along the sides there to make sure you have adequate airflow going directly into the fans, but with also having that noise dampening solution from the foam that's on the cover. There's another space here for an intake fan to go towards your video cards. That is covered, however, and I'm going to show you the inside of this in just a second, but just for reference, 120 or 140mm fan will fit there, and you can remove the interior cover. That will come back to. The rear panels are mounted with black thumb screws. You have a couple rubberized grommets up here at top for routing cables or water cooling hoses, input-output knockout. 120mm exhaust fan is pre-installed right there. You have 2, 4, 6, 7 PCI expansion bays, a little bit more honeycomb exhaust porting right there, a couple more rubberized grommet holes, and a power supply mount at the bottom. Finally, here is the right side of the case, pretty standard right side. Again, thumb screws to keep that mounted in place. And while I'm over here, I'll pop this off. Actually, I should show you this because, again, here, more sound dampening. It's got a rubberized pad that goes across this entire panel, again, to reduce sound, reduce vibration. And here's your cable management area behind the motherboard tray. You'll notice a nice, wide CPU backplane cutout. It does have a rubberized little coating that goes around the edge of this to keep you from scratching yourself on that. There are more grommets going down the entire side of the motherboard, as well as at the bottom by the power supply for additional cable management. Lots of cable tie-down points all along there. Fully painted black interior, very nice paint job on this case. Here are your front panel cables that are already coming down, and there you can see the back side of your 3.5-inch drive bays. And again, all of those drive bays are white. And here's a look at your inputs and outputs up on the top of the case. You got a headphone and mic jack. You got your power button right there with a power indicator light, a couple USB 2.0 ports, and a USB 3.0 ports that connects via an internal header. Moving up the top of the case, we have a couple more fan mounts that you can put up here. Both of these will accept either a 120 or 140mm fan. Both of them have a cover that I'll show you guys on the inside of the case that's currently installed. So you can leave that on if you want to reduce sound, or you can swap it out and add fans if you want additional airflow. And finally, a look at the bottom of the case. We have some rubberized feet here. They do have a chrome finish on them for a little bit of extra style there. Here we can see our last fan mount. This is just a mount. There is a plastic bracket for that inside the case. But again, this will accept either a 120 or 140 millimeter fan you can put on there for an intake at the bottom. And then where our power supply mounts over here on the right side, there is an easily removable dust filter. And here's a quick look at the accessories that come with the Define R3. You get a nice little user's manual here that has a helpful fold-out exploded view of the case. You also get a 5 1/4 inch to 3.5 inch front panel for the 5 1/4 inch bays up there. That's in case you want to actually install, for instance, a 3.5 inch card reader, something along those lines. You get about 6 zip ties for cable management. You get a baggie full of black thumb screws as well as motherboard standoffs and mounting screws for all of your internal hardware. And you get a handy little PCI bracket fan controller. So it's got a simple knob operation right there, a 3-pin fan header, and a power plug there. So you route a Molex plug over to your power supply, and it's got this little adapter here so that you can take your 3-pin fan header and route it over to 3 different fans. So you can actually plug all 3 fans that come included in this case into this little fan controller and actually adjust their RPMs from outside of the case. Let's go ahead and move on to the interior of the case. And again, I want to give you guys a closer look at this side panel. This is an all steel case. They have rolled steel on all the edges, so no sharp edges to catch yourself on. And again, they have a rubberized mat here that goes over the entire interior of this panel. And there you can see that they have also included sound dampening on that intake or exhaust fan, the 120 or 140 millimeter mount on the side of this panel. So you can remove this here and add a fan if you want. In any case, you've got all of that noise dampening material to keep your case and your computer running as silently as possible. Here's a look at the interior, and we'll start back here at the back. Up at the top, again, is that 120 millimeter pre-installed exhaust fan. It's got a 3-pin fan header on that. There are your white PCI slots. Down here at the bottom is your power supply mount. There are some rubberized standoffs for that to, again, keep the noise and vibration down. It also has some padding here between the back panel of the case and the power supply itself. Again, sound dampening and noise reduction. There's another look at the painted interior of the case. Down here at the bottom is that other fan mount there for 120 or 140 millimeter fan. It's got the bracket style, so you just snap the fan into place and it stays in place right there. Here's a look at your front panel connectors. You get your standard audio connectors. Those audio jacks are compatible with HD audio or AC97. You get your front panel power switch and typical front panel connectors. There's a USB 2.0 header for the USB 2.0 ports. There is a 20-pin USB 3.0 header for that USB 3.0 port up at the front of the case. And that pretty much does it for your front panel attachments. All the motherboard tray features that I mentioned while we were looking at the back of it. Here are your white accent hard drive trays. They will fit 3.5 inch hard drives mounted from the bottoms. They have rubber grommets on them, again, to reduce the vibration of your mechanical hard drives. All of these trays also have 2.5 inch mounting spaces right there, the B slots, and that will allow you to mount 2.5 inch mechanical or SSD drives. And in total, you get 2, 4, 6, 8 expansion slots for 3.5 or 2.5 inch base, so plenty of storage space for your hard drives. And that's going to wrap it up for this overview. Once again, this has been the Define R3 mid-tower computer case for ATX, Micro ATX, and Mini ITX motherboards made by Fractal Designs. It comes in the pearl black color you see here, as well as silver arrow. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please head over to our Newegg YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe for more tech videos. I'm Paul with Newegg TV, and we'll see you next time.